These aren't even close. They are 100% wrong.
One every day. That's how many kidnappings police say happened in Phoenix back in 2008, making our city a kidnapping capital. But an ABC 15 investigation uncovered that's not even close to being the case.
And tonight, for the very first time, Dave Biskobing exposes how off those kidnapping stats really are.
Kidnappings in Phoenix.
The kidnapping capital of the United States.
I have duct tape. I'm about to cut his hand off.
In 2008, police said there was one in the city every day.
Phoenix is in the eye of the storm.
But what if that wasn't true? What if the numbers didn't add up?
You have doubt.
I certainly have doubt.
We spent the last 2 months digging into Phoenix Police Department statistics, reviewing hundreds of reports, thousands of pages, researching court records and internal memos, emails, and recordings. Our investigation found Phoenix police routinely inflated kidnapping statistics and that the department is now facing an audit from federal investigators.
They have a real problem on their hands.
But the one thing we still don't have is a clear answer from police.
We don't want to discuss them. That's what we've said, Dave.
It all starts with this list provided to us by the Phoenix Police Department. It's every report counted as a kidnapping in 2008. Add them up and there's a total of 358. It's a number police and city leaders have claimed a lot to the public, to the media, and even to the federal government. But after reviewing those reports, we uncovered at least 100 that experts say definitely should not have been counted, plus dozens of other questionable cases, equaling nearly half the total. Cases where officers concluded no crime even occurred, reports that were counted twice or 3 times. We even found 2 reports for kidnappings that didn't even happen in Phoenix.
For weeks, we've tried to get top police leaders to answer our specific questions about these reports, but they've rescheduled on us twice, and when we finally caught up with them, this is what they said. How come you guys were willing to discuss them, then you read them, and now you tell me you can't? I guess that's also a concern.
Well, we reevaluated and we said, you know, at this point it'd be best if we wait till the audit's done, and then we'll discuss them.
Is there something wrong with these reports?
No.
So we asked 2 former prosecutors to review the merits of dozens of cases. David Cantor, who worked for years as a City of Phoenix prosecutor, and Kurt Altman, who spent 7 years in the county attorney's office.
They say these are kidnappings. Could you charge any one of them?
And the way they stand now, I wouldn't have charged any of them as a kidnapping.
How questionable are these reports that you're seeing?
These aren't even close as a kidnapping.
As a lawyer, I'd be comfortable making an argument to a jury that there was an attempt to pad some stats.
Out of all of these reports, we found nearly 60 written for information only. That means there wasn't a victim, suspect, or crime to report. We also discovered 40 reports counted as kidnappings that were actually possible or attempted kidnappings, like the one that happened here near 7th Avenue and Camelback. A girl was walking when a car pulled up next to her and the driver told her to get in. The report says she ran, the car sped off. No abduction, no physical contact. But check the list and there it is. Kidnapping.
To call it a completed kidnapping is wrong.
Another report from this Walmart at 75th Avenue and McDowell, where a woman claims she was abducted in the parking lot and driven around for hours. But when officers checked surveillance video, they watched her get into her car and drive away, alone. No kidnapping here, but it's on the list.
Certainly that would have been a kidnapping if it had taken place, but the investigation determined that she wasn't telling the truth. It didn't happen. It was a story that she made up.
The city reported one case 3 times, once as the main report and then twice as supplements, showing police impounded 2 vehicles. Those 2 supplements were counted as kidnappings. We dug up 4 reports with no other purpose than to document a vehicle impound. None of them were kidnappings. Phoenix police left this report on the list. It's a legitimate kidnapping. The problem is, it happened in Glendale. A Glendale detective asked a Phoenix officer to translate for a suspect. The crime happened in Glendale, was investigated by Glendale, and here's the Glendale report. And that's not the only time. We even found they counted a possible kidnapping that happened in Houston, Texas. And take a look at this one. Created in error. That's all it says. Check the list, it's counted as a kidnapping.
Created in error. Kidnapping?
Kidnapping, well, the title certainly said kidnapping. There wasn't any facts at all or an investigation at all, and it apparently was included.
Then that's completely out of line.
The city manager's office and the mayor also won't answer our questions. And now, after months of promising these statistics are correct, police told us this.
I think that we will go through them.
Again, so you're going to recheck these?
I think we'll go through and recheck them.
It seems like whoever was putting these together, if they've actually reviewed these reports, did everything they could, threw in the kitchen sink, as they say.
They're absolutely wrong. As a certified criminal law specialist, these aren't even close. They are 100% wrong.
And the question is still out there. If Phoenix inflated these kidnapping statistics, why? Well, our investigation found that they were using these very same numbers to apply for millions of dollars in federal grants, and that has brought on a Department of Justice audit. Tomorrow on Daybreak, we're revealing that angle of this investigation. In Phoenix, I'm Dave Biskobing, ABC 15 News.